Hello and welcome to the Christmas edition of the Marketing Dribble podcast. As you can see, we're very festive. Myself, Rob Boyle, and my co-host, Jonny Kenyon. Hiya, or should I say Santa? Hello, Santa.
Hello, little boy. How are you?
Wow, that really isn't creepy.
I always sound like Patrick Stewart when I try and do Santa. I don't know why.
Or
Patrick Stewart
blind-breasted or something
from
like
Family
that.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, we should probably say for the people listening to the podcast and not watching, we've actually dressed up for this one as well. So if you want to see us in our Christmas gear, get yourselves over to YouTube. Rob has had this jumper. What? 15 years,
Yeah,
maybe
about
12
that.
years, since I've known you.
Comes out
I love
once a
it.
year.
It's a little snowman with a nose, and like it sticks out. It's not very descriptive. He's dressed as a little elf. I'm dressed up as Santa. Yes, thank you for that, Rob. Because you're not going to get a drum roll on this one. There's no golden nugget, so that was your drum.
That's going to be bad for people that haven't got the visual to just wonder what
Anyway,
I'm doing.
Stop playing with your little nubbin. Let's get into it.
Wow.
What's today? Do you want to introduce it? Shall I introduce it?
Yeah, no, let's go. Every year we like to review adverts on the TV, Christmas adverts on the TV, and give our thoughts on them. So we thought, no exception this year, we'll do exactly the same and get one out before Christmas of our favourite, or just not even our favourite, but just some ads that are on at the minute, and we'll talk through them. Although Jonny has a little bit of a spin on that. Would you like to elaborate?
I've watched 2 Christmas ads this year. One, I don't know how I even saw it because I don't really watch TV. It was like the little crab one, but we'll get onto that later. And then obviously I watched the Boots one because there was a lot of controversy surrounding that one, so I wanted to go check out that one. Other than that, I haven't seen any this year. So my basic premise is, rather than me sitting and scrolling through them all on YouTube to review them, is I am Father Christmas. Rob is my little elf, and he's coming to me into the big boardroom at the North Pole, and he's pitching these to me. So he's going to describe the basic premise of the ones he's seen, and I will tell you if it's going to fly like a reindeer, or if it's going to, I don't know, get eaten up like a mince pie. I haven't really thought it through.
Yeah, Bob. No, yeah, I know what you mean. It's quite a good idea around it, because I was just looking at the ads themselves. I'm going to review them, but I quite like this way of doing it. So, although if I pick one that I didn't think was very good, it's going to be hard to pitch it. But
just tell me the premise. Right, start with that one. Come on.
Yeah,
what have you got?
Okay.
Who's it for?
M&S.
All right, bro.
You're in the boardroom. There's 2 for M&S. So this one's a food one, and the other one's the home and clothing one.
I like the M&S food, so I'm invested.
Yeah, the M&S food. So keeping the theme of last year with the Dawn French little angel. That's it. She was an angel. However, this one's slightly different, because this year, Dawn French herself will be there. Now, this is the storyline. So Dawn French is in a house. It's not particularly decorated. She's looking a bit not scruffy, but not like dressed up ready for it. And there's no presents, there's no food, there's nothing. So she comes in, she's got all these people coming around shortly. And then the angel appears, and she's like, oh my God, who's that? And it's like, obviously her. And then he goes, no worries. And she says, oh, but I haven't got anything. And the angel goes, her little self goes, I'll sort everything out. And she does all her magic wand. Food appears, the tree comes up, presents go. She even gets Dawn French herself kind of all dressed up, looking amazing. All the people come outside. Dawn French opens it. Very Vicar Dibley kind of esque in the way she greets people. Like, come on in from the, so a lot of that vibe. Well, I felt it was, unless it's just the only acting she does, but I felt that. So he came in there and everyone's having an amazing party, and that's the thing.
Well, it's a pretty bold claim. That's the only acting she does. I like it. I'm approved. That one's going to fly. I really like that idea. Yeah, it's simple, yet effective. It captures the magic of Christmas, because a lot of people have forgotten that Christmas is this magical, look, I'm dressed as Santa. I'm going to get down your chimney. I'm going to put presents in here. It's a magical time of year. I like the magic. And bringing joy to people, maybe that don't have much. There's subtlety in there as well. I enjoy that. I think it's got a lot of nice little elements in there. and I like Dawn French as well. So I'm gonna approve that one. That's got Santa's stamp of approval.
I love that. Yeah. So that's the clothing. That's the food rather approved.
What would you, having seen it though, do you want to give your rating out of 10 anyway? Just so we.
I like the fact they've played on the actual Dawn French, bringing her in, whether it's a swan song, whether they're moving on next year, and that's a reason behind it, maybe.
Yeah.
But I actually quite like the fact they brought her on, and I quite like that kind of Vicky of Dibley kind of vibe to it. I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but she plays it well, that very welcoming host sort of thing. So I like it. Very simple, very effective, not over the top, which, people may not want with, the people being a bit tight on money and things, and perhaps don't want that sort of, but then it's M&S, so, there we go.
Yeah, keep it simple. I mean, you've seen it about 100 times, so just simple, easy, nice vibes, get it done. So
clothing and home.
What would you give it out of 10? I think this is okay. This is actually going to work with the format because you're bringing it to me, I'm approving it or disapproving it,
because I'm bringing
and then you're the sort of like audience feedback, where they do a screening.
Okay, I'll give it an 8. Good 8. Yeah,
Ooh,
I like it.
Okay, the way you described it I thought that was going to be a bad one, but yeah, right. Next.
Yeah, just my description of it. The M&S home and clothing one.
Yeah.
Starts off the scene, a dull grey house, although a girl sat there in a sparkly dress, looking miserable because the kind of theme of Christmas isn't there and there's no decorations up, same sort of kind of thing. She walks over to a snow globe, picks it up, and turns it on its side. And then the house all turns on its side. And then she turns it another way and it goes the same. And then she walks around the rooms and it's like a magic thing. So when she throws it, all these decorations come up and all these ornaments and everything. I've got my notes here said everything becomes Christmassy-fied. I'm not sure that's.
I get that. Yeah, I've got the vision. I've got a really good imagination. So
and it's all like I believe in miracles, and then the
song
windows blow open, the snow globe.
Monty.
Yeah, all the snow comes in from outside, so almost the house becomes the snow globe. If you understand that kind of analogy between that.
Yeah, and the song from Full Monty, like I believe in miracles, that's playing.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, right, okay.
But I just forgot to say that in the snow globe is, I think, a house anyway, so it's almost like the outside is the analogy of the house in the snow globe vibe. Becomes the house in the snow globe, if you think. And the tagline on that is Christmas starts here.
What, in the snow globe? In the endless inception of snow globes? Where
are they in the snow globe? Have they become in it? Is it a time?
Where does Christmas start? Is it saying Christmas starts wherever you want it to? I don't know.
Well, what do you think?
Bit lost on that one, to be honest. I'm going to put it on the back burner. You can have your food one, but you're not getting a clothes one this year.
Not getting clothes, sorry. Yeah, I'd give it a 6, because I just think here we go again. It's the same thing. It's just Christmasifying a house. Not very
clothes. I don't think clothes have loads to do unless it's like matching PJ sets. I don't really think of clothes.
Of course, within it, there's house things coming up and clothes things coming up and all that. But anyway, let's not worry about that.
Maybe they're feeling the high street pressure of other shops like Selfridges and all that, and they're just like, are they part of M&S now? Anyway. Maybe they're just like, oh no, we really need to push our clothes next year. Let's just throw this in. Feels a bit like you're just trying to get me to buy some clothes, mate. So no, not approving that one. What did the audience score give it?
Yeah, and 6. As I say, a 6. So
okay,
that I think anything less than a 7 doesn't get approved. So I agree with you. I agree with you on that one.
Deal. 1 win and 1 loss for M&S.
1 win,
next,
1 loss,
please.
Moving on to John Lewis's advert. Now, obviously, in the past they've been the ones to beat, and I felt recently, this is my thoughts on this, a little bit like, an island kept winning Eurovision and had to keep hosting it, and it cost them a lot of money, so they put like a really bad entry in, and then to win it, and it's almost like you're going, yeah, we're not in that race anymore because it cost us like 10 million to put an advert on, and we just haven't got 10 million to put an advert on.
You're telling me as the approver of the ad that's your tactic this year?
I'm just setting the scene.
Because I'm not going to approve it.
No, and now I'm walking in and you've not heard any of that.
All right, yeah, sweet. You've been having a private discussion outside. Let's bomb this one. I've not heard it.
I've been G'ing myself up outside, motivating myself for the speech.
All right, you throw open the door and you pitch it, go.
Yeah, so it's called the gifting hour.
Okay.
So a woman runs into a store woman in her 30s, runs into a store. John Lewis store, of course. And it said 15 minutes left of shopping. So she's rushing around to try and buy, we understand later, her sister a gift. Doesn't know what to buy her. So she's going through all things, and goes to this clothes rail, and it opens up, and there's like a passage. So she walks down the passage through the clothes rail and goes into what be our attic. And then she opens up, and her sister's there, but her sister's about 6 there. And the sister's saying, don't get me that for Christmas. And the whole thing of it is she keeps running around the house to get ideas for Christmas. And as she's running around, she keeps meeting her sister again, but at different ages. So when she's a teenager, when she's getting to be having a baby and things. So she keeps meeting her in different parts of stories of life. And at that point, she says what she wants. So that's kind of the thing of it. And at the end, she's sat on a settee, and I think someone whispers in her ear, and then she goes, and then she rushes back into the store through this house, gets the gift, goes outside the store because it's just closing, meets her sister, and her sister says, what took you so long? And her reply is, you, because she took her so long by being in this house, keep telling her things. And then it says, the secret to finding the perfect gift is knowing where to look.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to interrupt you. I have actually seen this one. It's one of the 2 that I've seen.
All right.
It didn't make any sense to me then, and it didn't make any sense to me now as you explained it. I was really hoping you'd put some clarity around it. Why is she in a house? Why is she finding a sister at all these different ages? It's not like she's like touching one thing in John Lewis and then being transported back, and it associates with a memory. It's just a mentalness of like she's just in the house, and then someone just whispers the answer in her ear at the end, and then she's like, here it is. You don't even get to see what the gift is.
No, it's this tiny little box, which seems to me a little bit insignificant about the whole thing of finding the perfect gift. Well, you didn't. You just picked up a little box. I mean,
yeah, and you were just like, what should I buy you? What should I buy you? Like, there was no like, she used to love ice skating, or she used to, to me anyway. He's like, she used to love this and that, and therefore John Lewis have the perfect thing for that. It was just like, it almost felt like she got lost in this weird dream by being pulled through the thing, and then someone at the end was just like, just get her a box of chocolates. She went and did it.
Yeah, she likes chocolates now. Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm pitching this supposedly, so I can't.
No, I'm disproving it, so don't worry. From an audience feedback perspective,
I felt like you said if she'd had ice skating or something, it could be a memory along those lines. Like she used to ice skate, but she doesn't because she broke her leg. Or I don't know. And then it's anything. But here's a memory of it, and it's like, oh, amazing. Yeah, it's just all that. Yeah, no madness to here's a box.
It was very confused. Maybe someone smarter will decode it and let us know in the comments.
No, I'm sure they spent a lot of money, or the agencies
disproved.
That put it out there.
Bring back your glory from a few years ago.
Yeah,
They're letting other people take a swing. That's it. They're just.
I think that's what it is. But I think everyone's dumbed it down. I don't feel like there's maybe because John Lewis has gone. Yeah, we can't afford to do this, or we're just not going to bother anymore as much. Everyone else has gone. Phew, thank goodness for that. We can now back it down. Everyone's or they've all got together and said, yeah, let's just all back it down, guys, because none of us have got any money to do any of
forever. But anyway, that's fine. Next. So you've only got one approved so far, haven't you?
Well, I've only got, I suppose, Tesco's is one I picked out because I don't remember. Most Tesco's ones are really just food-based, a bit like Morrison
I like
ones,
the food-based one.
And well, I do, and that the Aldi one. Yeah, I do as well, and that's what they do. I mean, what they do with other things in the food, but helping feed your Christmas spirit is the theme of this one.
I'm into it already. Yeah, good.
Okay, so a worker shows him working, goes in his little white van to what
Tesco
we
worker.
Understand. This is not a Tesco van, his own van. He doesn't work.
But
for
he's Tesco worker.
No, he's not a Tesco worker. Just I work on a construction site. I think it is.
Okay, sure.
So just a worker parks up and goes in and has a cup of tea with what we revealed is his granddad.
Okay.
And it shows a picture in the background of him with his grandma and granddad. So his grandma's obviously died. Just as he leaves, his granddad gives him a box or a packet of gingerbread men. Okay. And that sets him thinking because I guess his grandma used to, this is what you think at the time, his grandma made him gingerbread, so that's the memory, here's your gingerbread. So then after that, it all becomes a bit trippy, and gingerbread becomes everywhere, and that's all he sees. So he goes in the Tesco shopping, and the till's gingerbread, and the conveyor belt things are gingerbread. He goes to get his hair cut, and when he looks in the mirror, he's gingerbread. And when they're cutting his hair, gingerbread bits are coming off, and there's a gingerbread child in there. So he goes off on the tangent that way, and then he goes
can I interrupt?
to...
Sorry. Do you think his granddad spiked these cookies somehow? It's the vision I'm getting. You're gonna have to reel this back in if you want my money.
So the shorter version, which is the one on tellies that you see most often,
right,
takes away a lot of this gingerbread,
hallucination,
LSD kind of thing, that you'd find in the magical, something the Beatles would have sung about many years ago. So if we take that away and come to some slimline version, he goes to a party. I think something happens. I know. His phone goes, and he sees a picture of his grandma from last year on his phone as his phone ringer thing. So he starts remembering her, and then his world starts collapsing, and he goes up to the attic and looks through all these old memories, and the house drops down on him, but it's all gingerbread.
Okay,
and then he goes on to his granddad's, and then with these ingredients and starts making gingerbread, and then they make a gingerbread house together. And then that house goes on a table. And then at the end, it's help feed your Christmas spirit.
What? With drugs? No, I'm not promoting that. I can't put my name to that. I'm Santa, mate. I can't.
Do you know, when I was trying to explain to you, and I had my notes in, I thought it read okay. But the more I explained it, the worse it got.
Sounds insane. Yeah. It's like... Oh, I don't know. I'm going to trick him into wanting to come back and spend more time with me. I'm going to.
You need to go on YouTube and watch that. I think the main one's
I'm going to watch. Long. Yeah,
okay. But you might come out with a different version to me. You might go, "What's Rob on about?" Because it's quite good.
I'm gonna disprove that one for safety reasons. What was the audience feedback when you got them to sit down and view it? What did they think?
If they gave it more than a 3, I'd be surprised. I get the idea. I get the idea of what it's about.
Sweet.
It's about remembering his grandma by him becoming the person,
which is nice. Sure,
It brings her memory back to life and feeds his spirit. Because I get the whole concept of it. It's just somebody's gone, here's a great concept. Can you flesh it out, guys? And they've gone, yeah, okay, we'll just finish smoking this over here and we'll finish the advert. From the, actually, we live in the 60s, so
even if it was just like they went round Tesco's or whatever and all the ingredients sort of jumped out a little bit and were animated with ginger. A bit where he then goes and gets his hair cut and the hallucinations are happening everywhere. That's where it goes downhill. But he was driving, I guess, during this. Did you say he was in a van?
I know. And he get his hair cut. I thought it was a bit weird because his hair was getting cut and there was gingerbread things falling on the floor. And there's a gingerbread boy in the shop. So obviously gingerbread obsessed because that's what his grandma did. But I don't know. I sort of feel
behind the wheel
if we had
to
come together, me and you, with that kind of, he goes to his granddad's, his grandma dies, and she liked gingerbread. How would you make an advert around that? I don't think I'd go down that path personally. But
it's a nice message, but I think it sounds poorly executed. So no, you're not having my money. You got any more? No. How many more you got?
Well, I haven't really got any more because I thought you might have a few. You could.
I've got one. Do you want me to pitch it to you?
Yeah, go on then. I'll be the board CEO.
So there's a little boy playing on the beach.
Who's this for? Sorry?
I can't really remember. I've only seen it once.
Which company?
I think it's Disney.
Okay.
Right. So there's a little boy playing on the beach. You have to bear with me because I've only seen this once. He's running down to the city, and I think he's a bit afraid to go in, maybe. And then he's running back, running down, running back. And then he gets some goggles, puts them on, finally jumps in, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he's not even scared of the sea and he just jumps in. And a crab swims up. And he's like, it's crab. And he legs it. He gets home. And this crab's just living in his hair now. I don't know how that happened. Or how this crab's able to breathe. Can crabs just breathe indefinitely on land? That was the one bit I was thinking in my head. So you have to science check that before you sign me off. Anyway, and then he's he's not happy about it. He's not loving that this crab lives up there. Gets really mad about it actually, and puts like a hat on his head. Doesn't want anyone to know. Then eventually, the crab gets quite curious about stuff in his room, like a ukulele and some other bits. There's apparently loads of Disney Easter eggs in this too, so I didn't spot any because I'm so bad at those things. But what we will do, if I'm pitching this to you, is pepper loads of little Easter eggs, like the ukulele's probably from Lilo and Stitch, that kind of thing. Tons of Disney little Easter eggs in there. And then we, what even happens next? Oh yeah, he cuts some little eye holes and shows the crab the whole world, his village, and he's like, I want to see the world. So basically, the crab pretends to be a bauble and then smuggles into Santa's sleigh and then goes off to see the world, and the kid's like, have fun. It's the end.
Wow. Get out of my office now.
And all the way through, I'm just thinking, can this crab breathe out of water this long?
Oh my goodness!
Did you not once put him in the bath or anything?
I don't know. Did your company also create the Tesco advert at the same time?
Yeah, maybe. Can I have some money for that, please?
No, you can't. That's horrific. I don't
bit
know.
Random.
It's weird. I don't know. It's like sometimes you feel on these adverts. I mean, Aldi, for example, the same thing, the carrot thing, all the food. They just do what they're good at. Look at all our brilliant food. This is what we're selling this year.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's things around it.
Bit of fun.
And they've got it's a good little play around it, but they just stick to what they don't try and do. I don't know. They just seem to.
I don't know. Are we telling people to stick
tin.
inside a box and not be creative though? Because that's the opposite of people using ChatGPT, and we're telling people to be more creative. I don't know. Do we want to leave on that message for 2024?
Well,
I think creative. Me and Rob are going to absolutely slate you for it, but be creative. And
I just think the adverts this year haven't been particularly interesting.
Do you think it's because we've just had a bad summer and everyone's miserable and everyone's broke?
It feels that way a bit, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, Christmas is, I don't know.
Anyway.
Good.
All right. Well, that's the end, really. That's the last one of the year. What a miserable way to end. But look, it's not us. We are just reviewing what's out there. So just everyone try harder next year. We say this every year. Try harder, please.
Try harder.
Me and Rob, absolutely by no means experts in advertising. We've no experience in advertising.
No. But we're like the target. We could be the target, demographic they're going after. And therefore, if we don't
unlikely.
Probably not now, but...
Anyway, Yorkshireman and a miserable old git. So.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, well, that's our thoughts. So thanks.
If you disagree, let us know. If there's one that was actually you think was good and worth our time, let us know. I've not even watched the Coke one because I heard it was done with AI and the truck had 7 wheels in the wrong place and the door was upside down.
The driver had 13 fingers or something and
that kind
three
of
noses.
I've not watched that one.
Well, other than that, it cost them 30 quid and
exactly.
a bit of AI. Yeah, so they'll just do it.
Anyway, we'll stop chatting on. Massive shout out to this is our last episode of the year, so massive shout out to all the guests we've had. Huge shout out to you, Rob, for being a good co-host. Massive shout out to our sponsors. Lead Feeder by Dealfront. We haven't done an ad on this one because it's a short one, so we'll pop this on the end. If you want to see who's visiting your website, your B2B company, and you're interested in that kind of thing, you can get an extended 21-day free trial by clicking the link in the show notes. Feels weird saying this as Santa. I've totally sold out. Ho, ho, get this in your stockings.
Is that your advert?
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
so
anyway,
go do that. Leave us a 5-star.
I would definitely. I'll just echo your comments there. Thank you all the guests this year for taking the time to be on our show, make it what it is. Thank you everyone for listening. And thanks to my co-host Jonny, who couldn't be here, but Santa's in his place. So thank you, Santa, for filling in for Jonny, who's probably asleep somewhere.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay.
Wicked. Right. Thanks, everyone. See you on the next one, and we'll bring some more energy. We're done, aren't we? We are done.
We need a break.
Little double thumbs up for the social pic. Let me get a screenie of this one. Oh, perfect. Right. See you all in the new year.